Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston. Today I'm back for episode number 25 of my Tour de France Pro Team Mode series here on Tour de France 2015. And yes, today I'm finally back with the series. I know I haven't uploaded this in probably more than a month now, but I'm finally getting around to posting it again. So we've got the start of the 2020 Criterium de Dauphine, the Dauphine de Libéré, whatever you want to call it. And we're starting out with a little 2-kilometer time trial here, so we're going to be using Tom Dumoulin, one of our new riders this season. He is, we're going to be looking to get him the stage win here, try to get him in that yellow jersey, and amongst some other things too. If he wins, I think he would actually be able to take over all 4 jerseys, because he is under 25, so he could take over the white jersey as well. Of course, I know he wouldn't get the King of the Mountains, but he'd get 3 of the 4, which would be pretty cool. So here we go, we are off. Underway here. Look, not even 3 kilometers. This is a very, very short time trial, so I'm just going to show the whole thing, and you can see going around the bends easily pretty early. Then I get to this nice little long straightaway, kick it up a little bit, but my director sportif, tells me to slow it down, so I'm going to take it easy around these 2 bends. Then we're going to go under the Flamme Rouge here, pick it up one more time, it looks like, as we are now under 1 kilometer to go. A little bit of a straightaway here, then we go around the final bend, and then here you go all out to the finish, trying to get under that 3:29 time right there. And we are going to do it right about 3:26. We'll see if that was good enough for the stage win. And it looks like it was, as we do have one HFT rider coming up to the podium now. And it is indeed Tom Dumoulin. So Dumoulin gets the stage victory. He takes over the yellow jersey, the green jersey, and the white jersey competitions. Pretty impressive stuff. And I'll just clarify now, because I know I get asked that sometimes in the comments. The green jersey is the sprinters competition, the white jersey is the young riders competition. That is for riders under 25 years of age, and the yellow jersey is just the overall GC, which I'm sure most of you guys who have watched the series have probably figured out by now. GC being general classification, but in the green jersey, the sprinters jersey, that's just basically you get points for finishing at the front of every stage. So like on a flat stage, usually the first place guy will get 25 points, and then second place will get like 20, and then these intermediate sprints also come into that competition. So that's basically how the green jersey is won. So anyway, we are trying to win the green jersey with Mark Cavendish here, doing our first little intermediate sprint. This one is a little bit uphill, and really not one that I was not one that I found easy. Just wasn't in great position there, and then couldn't quite, Cavendish is just not going to out sprint guys on a hill like that, so he really couldn't make up for it. And then here we're at the end of the stage. You can actually see the breakaway is in the lead right now. They look like they've got a pretty good shot at winning this. Cavendish, again, kind of not in great position here, as the pace of this group really picked up, and now that everyone sort of realizes the breakaway, it looks like they might steal the victory here. So I'm really struggling to get Cavendish up to the front, you can see. And in front, Elminger is actually leading the group by about 50 seconds right now with about under 1 kilometer to go. And he actually wins the day, and he would take over in yellow, as you will see. But here we go now, just trying to get Cavendish up as high of a finish as possible, maybe grab some green jersey points. And you can see we do get him up into the top 20. Looks like he's going to come across in 14th position, so salvage something, I guess. But anyway, Dumoulin would lose out on his green jersey and his yellow jersey, but he would retain the white. So kind of disappointing there, but at least we get to retain something. And then you can see where the team finished. Cavendish led the way in 14th, but everyone got the same time. So we got 2 more stages in this episode. This one is going to be a pretty easy day with a couple little hills at the end that could factor, or that could lead for some time differences. So I decided to go with Dumoulin early. We're going to switch to Cavendish though here for the intermediate sprint. This one hopefully will go a little bit better. We're in better position right now. About 1.5 kilometers to go. We finally launched the sprint. We're in good position right here, second position, just behind Marcel Kittel, and then Cavendish is going to come up on the right and go right by him. So Cavendish now in the driver's seat. Can he hang on? Yes, he can. And Cavendish wins the intermediate sprint, at least among those in the peloton. Of course, we don't beat the guys in the breakaway, but still good kind of confidence builder there, although, winning an intermediate sprint doesn't really mean anything other than getting a few green jersey points. Still, it was a good confidence builder to be able to win a sprint against the top sprinters in the world like that. So hopefully we can take that momentum into some future flat stages. This one probably not going to be what, as you can see, we're on to this first little category 4 climb. Dumoulin not in great position early. He's trying to get his way to the front of the peloton here. I thought ideally I could even try and make up some of that time on Elminger if we could get in good position here by the start of the final climb. So that was my goal on the descent. You can see on the run up to the final climb we're in pretty solid position, but the peloton is really picking up the pace right now. So here we go. We are on to the final little bump here. Valverde and Kwiatkowski are off the front. trying to go for the stage win. Dumoulin in about 17th position right now, but really not able to get any type of gap, just hanging with the rest of the group. Everyone pretty much going their full speed right now. It's a short little effort, so everyone can expend all of their energy on this little climb that leads for some explosive attacks from some of the guys at the front. Valverde now trying to go away. There goes Contador and Simon Gerrans. Dumoulin still trying to keep up here as he's got his way up to about 7th position, but can't really do anything much past this. We're just going to ride with Nibali, Gilbert, Perrault here, some of the big name contenders that you guys have probably heard of. But here we go now, over the top of the climb and then onto the descent. This is that famous quick descent that I've done many times before. It was that one I almost won that stage with Cyril Gauthier a number of years back. But anyway, I sort of used up Dumoulin's energy a little too early and kind of blow up here by the end. So we lose out on good position, but the time would still be the same. Really, it was kind of a failure of a day. I was thinking Dumoulin could have a bit more of a saying as to the stage victory, but unfortunately, we just had to settle for the same time that everybody else got. Plus 26. Van Garden actually loses a little bit more time, plus 52, so not great to see there. And Dumoulin falls to 4th in the overall. So Van Garden also down to 32nd. So kind of not a good day, but now we've got one of the only mountain stages in this race, one of the big mountaintop finish on the Mont de l'Eure. So this is a great opportunity for TJ Van Gardner to make up for some lost time. Here we go, though, onto the intermediate sprint. Cavendish is going to follow his man Tyler Ferrari's wheel right here, at least for the time being, as we go to about 1.5 kilometers or so from the intermediate sprint now. Cavendish is waiting for that moment to launch, getting closer to a kilometer to go. There we hit it, and now Cavendish is off. He gets the jump on the sprint. Everyone is slow to react, and you can't give Cavendish a jump like that. He is not going to lose a lead like that, and he will claim the victory here, actually passing a couple breakaway guys in the process. So we get 6th place for the green jersey points. Still, like 30-40 points back in that competition, but I'm hoping if we do get some more flat stages in the second half of this race, then maybe we can take advantage and try to get our way back into that competition. So here we go, it's Van Garderen coming up on the final climb of the day here, the big category 1, the Mont de l'Eure, as I said. And here we go, riding with a bunch of the domestiques from Saxo Tinkoff and Astana here. A bunch of boys riding for Contador and Alejandro Valverde, and Vincenzo Nibali, I should say, too. I didn't really see a lot of Movistar riders up there, but I did see Valverde's name. But here we go, though. Pace starting to pick up amongst the leaders here. As you're going to see, we're going to eventually bridge the gap over. Fabio Aru cannot keep up, so this is the last HFT rider in the group of leaders. Now even guys like Rafael Maike can't keep up. There goes Perrault drifting off the back, as well as Quintana. So here we go, Van Garderen trying to catch up. Rodriguez on our wheel. We're going to try and bridge the gap here, and we will do that. So we get up to the leaders here with Contador, Valverde, Bardet, Nibali, Pino, Roland, Ports, Dan Martin, Quintana's with us. I believe Chris Froome is in this group as well. So here we are with the group of leaders. Quintana did make his way back up, and then anyway, just trying to ride along here, save some energy, but there we go. A big attack put in by Nairo Quintana and Alberto Contador, and Valverde following there quickly behind. We are trying to get onto Valverde's wheel here, but Quintana putting in the big attack. He was about a minute 25 behind the leaders at the start of the day, so he's got the most time to make up amongst some of the GC contenders, even more time than Van Garderen does. So you know he needs to get his time back on some of these climbs. He's trying to do just that. We're just hanging on to Valverde's wheel here. I don't want to push it too much. I think if I try to make an attack right now, I'll probably just be easily swallowed back up by this group and then have to hang on from the back for the rest of the race. So I just sort of want to hang on for my life right here if I can, and see if I can maybe get the same time as these riders, or try to close in on maybe a guy like Contador, who we're not too far behind on the road. Then here you can see a little bit of attack from the trio of Bardet, Froome, and Valverde. Van Garderen digging deep here, trying to catch up. They catch Contador on the road, but you can still see Van Garderen about 6-7 seconds behind on the road. Finally makes his way back up there, but Contador with a little bit of a counter attack, and then Van Garderen finally decides to test the legs here a little bit, trying to catch up to Contador, but you can see Bardet quickly followed behind, and then I decided if we weren't going to get away from them, then we'll just try to ride the pace of these guys and not overextend ourselves. So I decided to get back in the saddle. 2.5 kilometers to go or so now, just riding on the wheels of Bardet and Froome, going around the bend here. We have lost a pretty good amount of time on Contador, who's actually making a run at Quintana. You can see in the top left hand of your screen, he's only 8 seconds back on the road. So Contending clearly found something in the second half of this climb, and is looking to make a claim for the overall lead, as if the stage finished right now, he would have that overall lead. So here we go, 1.5 kilometers to go. Now we are going to go under the Flemme Rouge, 1 kilometer to go. Quintana still leading Contador, but not by much, and then we are about a minute behind Quintana on the road, 20 seconds or so ahead of Nibali, so we've dropped him. Then I try to put in a little final attack here. This was a dumb move by me. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't have nearly enough energy to do that kind of thing. Luckily for me, Bardet and Froome are both going to blow up as well, so sort of get bailed out, maybe lose an extra second or two to the likes of Quintana and Bardet. I mean, Quintana and Contador, but still not really a big deal in the end of the day. So the stage is over. Van Garderen finishes in 5th, not too shabby. You know, we'll look for him to really contend for a victory on that type of stage as we move forward. For now, I think I'm just satisfied getting him in 5th. We got him up to 6th in the overall, and we're going to have another chance. We're going to have more mountain stages in this race, so we'll still have time to work before we get to the Tour de France. But alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.